What's up, y'all? And welcome back to another episode of Warsheep Podcast. And listen, we got a very special conversation coming up here right now. I know how much y'all love drama, but listen, it's just something to really cover so we can get something out of it. Man, listen, I don't know, y'all remember Brittany Renner, right? Okay, so every single time she pops up on the scene, she appears to just go viral. And I think that she just kind of knows what she's doing by this time, like for real, because she's constantly doing something. But we're gonna check out a few things right now. I don't know. She's on a new network called BYG Network. She's on there actually with Pearly Things, and I'm not too sure who matched these two up, but we gonna take a look at the outcome when you just put two people in different sides of the spectrum together. Because you know, Pearly Things, her whole mindset and ideology is women can't do shit. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all.
Is the sheep preaching hate? He says, I'm not going to let the wolf eat me anymore. If the wolf comes in here, next time he comes in here, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him off my back. Is the sheep violent or is the wolf the violent one? He wasn't teaching hate, he was teaching common sense. You know, somebody's knocking you over the head, stop him. Do whatever you have to do to stop him. You know, the ones that were knocking him over the head were afraid of the fact that he might swing back. So they said, no, he's teaching hate. He's violent.
So now we're moving right along to a segment called Panel Pull Out. Pull out. I see what we did there. So each host will pull something from the internet or socials that they would like to address with that specific host. Sounds a little messy. We're going to start with Pearl.
Sounds so messy.
We're going to start with Pearl.
I'm first?
Yes. I mean, at first, yeah.
Okay, so I saw...
Alright, so listen, check this out. She's sitting here on a panel full of women, but she's the only white woman here. Like, she's a little outnumbered already. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is going to even, like, the show, as far as they could at least put one other Caucasian woman or Asian or somebody who's of a different ethnicity, because all three of these women are going to constantly be shutting the door on her. So, we'll see what's up. We'll see how this play out.
I saw something that you retweeted, Brittany. And it was something about, and it was something about female intuition.
Okay.
And I just don't think female intuition exists. I think female intuition is terrible.
I think it's terrible in what way?
We make terrible choices as women. So people will always say, "Oh, my female intuition, I knew because of my female intuition." And yeah, I don't think it's really a thing.
Well, intuition, just simply put, is heightened awareness. And so it stems from when women were at home with children and had to be tuned into what was going on. So intuition doesn't just stop at children, it's across the board. So if you aren't tuned into your intuition, that's a you thing.
No. I just look at the choices we make, you know.
We are you.
We as women. I mean, look at what kind of choices do you make? What kind of choices do you make? Okay, what kind of choices do you make, Brittany?
But you're the one who's we're talking. You're saying that females don't make good choices.
Well, look at we own the majority. I have no debt, right? But women in general.
That's because you're from a rich family, girl. Congratulations, girl. You're from a rich family, so what are you talking about? Have no debt, girl.
Women in general have a
congratulations. Like you don't get a fish don't get applauded for swimming.
I'm lucky. That's why I said I'm lucky.
Okay, so for you, so why lead with that? So why lead with that? So why lead with that?
You asked for an example, and I'm going to give it to you. Do you want me to start?
Girl, okay. Let me tell you what.
Let's talk about
what we're not gonna do.
One thing's for sure, that argumentative type of attitude. I mean, Pearl is just doing what she normally does. She being Pearl. That's the way that she thinks. That's the way she behaves. That's the way she operates. What really triggered Brittany is her saying that she has no debt. Now, I don't see why that would trigger you, to tell you the truth, unless you already didn't like the person to begin with. So
because you have a history of doing this, because I'm familiar with you, okay? Girl, what you like to do is you like to say these really stupid fucking comments, right? And then so what you do, then you like sit back and then you're like, you think you're so smart, you have this fucking smug ass look on your face, and then you're waiting for someone to give you that like emotional like.
What I tell you, she already didn't like her. She didn't like her to begin with. So how did they get Brittany and her on the same show together over here at GFY? Like, I don't get that. Because they obviously had two total different, I mean, it makes for a great show, right? Because, I mean, look what they're doing. I think this is an opportunity for Brittany to go viral, but she also is expressing herself because she's been feeling like this. She's been thinking this about, about Pearl. You know what I mean? Rightfully so. Because Pearl, she got some beliefs that, like, her thought process on women, like I said, some of them are on point. But others, you can tell she really is reaching a little bit. She pressing it a little bit because it's like, damn. As far as a female's intuition, honestly, women do have a great intuition in ways, right? Like the point that she made about the intuition for, or she's going to be. She mentioned debt. Okay, so they may not all have the best intuition there, right? But you have some who are really good with their finances, who really good at being safe and secure, and they work on those things. But I believe it's a skill that's taught, right? And also, of course, it's got to be something that's kind of in you to want to do that. So when you give the best things to the person who can handle it the best, so typically, women have great intuition in a lot of different areas. I would say they have terrible intuition with men, like terrible intuition with understanding safety or when things aren't safe for them. Like, they can be really gullible at times, and that's majority of women. Some of them do have street smarts. A lot of them who do have a lot of great intuition in a lot of different ways is they typically are raised by their father. You can always tell, like, because the way that they carry themselves and behave, and they get the good perspective from their father. So they tend to carry themselves a bit different.
Passionate response. So then you can sit there and be super dismissive and really kind of just gaslight. And I don't know, as a female.
Gaslight?
No. Yeah, do you know what that word means?
You guys use it for everything.
You guys.
Go ahead.
Okay, you know what's funny about using you guys is seriously, it kind of feels like the only thing that is actually feminine about you is that you have a vagina. Okay. Because I feel like, there's like a man on the panel.
Okay, and what's feminine about you, Brittany?
Everything is feminine about me.
Oh, come on.
Hey, yo, she taking it real personal. She's taking it real personal right now. Like, everything that Brittany's saying, she's taking it very personal. And if she's going to be on the show with people who have different beliefs or different thoughts, then you got to be ready to take a couple jabs, a couple shots. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that Brittany Renner is going to come at you, right, with some shit. And you got to be ready to fire back. Now, I'm sure it's no hard feelings, right? I'm sure it's just the show. I'm sure that she's calling her out because that's how she's been feeling. But Pearl, like, you should be able to have a few in the chamber, yo. Like, you shouldn't be sitting here, like, just taking them on the chin like this. You should be able to have a couple in the chamber. You can be able to fire back at Brittany, because obviously she doesn't have the best intuition in men because of how many she's dealt with, right? You can just easily fire that shit back. Like, I'm a little disappointed in the way she's handling this situation, even though she's keeping her head, keeping cool, which is just fine, because Brittany's gonna talk over you, right? She's just gonna dominate you because she don't respect you. She don't care about you. So,
like, I'm not trying to go personal here. So I don't know why you're trying to make this personal.
No, you made it personal when you led with, hey, I don't have any debt. I don't know. As if that's a flex because your parents have money.
You asked
What have you actually earned for yourself?
Brittany, you asked me. I'm saying in general, women own the majority of debt. We don't make great choices. Girl. If we look at who we pick, let's look at romantic decisions. Women don't make very good romantic decisions in general.
There's a point that
both points she's making are solid points. I mean, data and statistics go to show that women are the ones who are putting themselves in these positions. Men don't put them in these positions. Women put themselves in these positions most of the time. But you do have other women who are placed in these positions as far as debt, right, by a man who probably who ran up the bag or whatever. Wasn't very good, but that's just a few. That's not the majority. It's the minority.
Needs to be made though, and that's the fact that what I heard Brittany say earlier was she's talking about people who have there's a deep heightened intuition, and I think where the conversation is splitting is the fact that you're actually talking about people who don't have that, who have it turned off, who are disconnected
Like her.
from their intuition, who don't make poor decisions. We make poor decisions. Like when we actually go down to the root of why it is that we make these poor decisions, there's layers and layers and layers and layers to it. And more of it is going to come from just like the science and backing that you kind of put into collective bundles that ultimately just come from who? The white man that you were raised by. So when it comes,
So why are we taking this straight to race? Don't get me wrong. She honestly sounds intellectual. She obviously can articulate pretty well. But like I said before we even got into this, you got 3 melanated women and only 1 Caucasian, and that's it. So this is gonna be a back and forth thing all day long. Like we gonna be like, what is Pearl gonna come back with? Like, hold on, wait a minute. Like what's she gonna come back with? She can't do anything. Pearl comes from a background where she has been raised by her father. Her father's a very wealthy man. He has shown her the walks of life, shown her all the best of the best. Anytime anybody drops this bombshell on her in her lap, there's nothing she can say or do. You know what I mean? If she bashes women all day long and tell them how, worthless they are, in which she kind of does, with her own gender, then you're going to have women like this who's going to have a few in the chamber for her, right? When they get her in a setting to where they can. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're on her show, it's her rules. You got to kind of do what you're told or you get kicked off the show. You know what I'm saying? So, but she's on GFY show? The GFY show by the BYG network. We got all these acronyms. Anyways, she's on here. So it's fair game. Yo, it's up. You on a chopping block. You on a menu, Pearl. So you got to really be tight. Like, you got to keep them in the chamber, yo. Like, you not on your show no more right now. Like, you got to be ready. And you need to bring a couple with you because the ops right here next to you. They sitting right next to you. And they going to constantly pull your race card.
That's the reason that she doesn't have any debt.
I'm just saying. So there's a certain level of understanding that's not there.
So that's not you making a decision. That's you being born into white privilege, and we need you to acknowledge that. So that's not a decision that you made. That is the way you came into this. And honestly, girl, you're a family of like 9 or 10. Like all that. That's how your dad set you up. So there are things that you genuinely did not have to experience. You don't fucking know. You get to sit there again.
I do agree with that. Like, she doesn't know much about women or people being in debt because she's never come from a place of poverty or from a place of debt. Her father would never allow it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that she shouldn't speak on certain topics that she can't relate to. And I think a lot of people fall into the same trap every single time, and why they get canceled by certain communities because they kind of speak on things that they don't know shit about. Like, you can't talk down or bash somebody for something that you never experienced before. Only thing you can do is come from a place of understanding. And that would be wise for you to do. Just try to understand the position. A lot of people who are in debt right now or who may feel bad about what you just said would disagree with your position, and they would have a combative argument just like these 2 young ladies are having right now with you. So, they're going to have a combative argument, and their main point that they're gonna always make is that, bro, you ain't been through shit. You ain't got no grit. You never been in debt before. Daddy's money is making sure that you good, and it's just always gonna be the thing. So you gotta stay away from topics that for sure, you can't really speak to or speak on. Now, data and statistics, I guess you can reference those things, but like I said, you always want to come from a position of understanding the position. and you are a woman. So why are you bashing women so much or so harshly? Like, right? Because you're a woman, and you should take more of a position, because there is women out here who get done wrong all the time, who get shat on all the time, and they 9 times out of 10 they be great women, right? So we gotta come from a place that's a little bit more biased, Pearl. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, have a heart, have an understanding, still support the men, still back the men, because there's a higher number of men who have to suffer through some shit that a woman didn't put them through than anything. So continue to back and support the men, because we need those voices out here. But be reasonable on what your arguments are, what your points are. If a woman don't have intuition based on relationships and being able to choose a man, listen, 9 times out of 10, you're absolutely right. I would stick to that right there. I wouldn't talk about that and things that I know nothing about. I would talk about relationship wise. Women don't have intuition, or very good intuition. And, intuition in those spaces, love is going to trump intuition every time. You know what I mean? They fall in love. They're not going to use their intuition because they're in love. Love is going to trump it every single time. So same thing with Pearl. Pearl, you find some man and you fall in love with that man, I guarantee you are not going to use your better judgment. You're not going to use the best intuition. You're gonna fall for some things, and you're gonna allow some things to happen. You're gonna let some things slide. So yeah, let's get back into this thing.
You don't even have to make any decisions. You're the same person. You are the same person that the last time I saw you accidentally. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. And you get to go. You're the same person who accidentally spent $50,000 and your dad was able to pay it off on your credit card. Yes, you did. When you spent.
I didn't actually.
You're the one who said an accident. I spent over my limit. That's what you said. That's what you said. So again, an unreal. That's what you said. That's what you said. Last time that I saw you. Yeah. So again, we're going back to you're
a bunch of cackling hens, man. Bunch of cackling hens, just getting some shit off their chest. It's kind of what it is. It's interesting.
Girl, what the shit that comes? That's what I'm saying. The shit that comes out of your mouth. You literally just say whatever.
What are you? Why are you getting so mad over?
Because honestly, you're fucking delusional.
Brittany.
No, don't Brittany. Go ahead.
Brittany.
I do think there's one thing. I think there's one thing that we have to say.
If you're gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna do the show. Like you don't have to. You don't have to scream at me. That's so disrespectful. I'm not here to get like that's like you don't have to be rude. I don't. You don't have to be rude. I don't. You don't have to be rude. I don't.
Pearl, okay. Pearl stepping out though. She's gonna be on a panel with women like these caliber, because these are some pretty attractive women like Brittany Renner, and then the other one who's next to her, I don't know her name. Let me go back real quick. One in the middle here, I'm not too sure about her. Okay, she alright, but I'm talking about this one over here. The smooth talker, all the way to the far left. Yeah. Let me zoom in on that real quick. Let's see.
Can I last time?
Hold up, back up. Because we already know Brittany's attractive. Okay, we know this. And, don't give her no pass or nothing. She could be a little bit more respectful, though. Like, she ain't had to go that hard. But it's Brittany Renner, so you should know what you're going to get. And Pearl, you shouldn't be that soft. You should be able to, take a couple blows, especially if you're going to bash women. Like, be able to take it. If you can dish it out, make sure you can take it. You know what I'm saying? You get on here, make sure you can take it. Don't get on here thinking that you're not finna get a couple straight shots or a couple blows thrown at your way. Like, bob and weave, bro. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to bob and weave. Duck and dodge. fight back. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so she's cute. Yeah, she's cute. She's adorable. Her in the middle, she's alright. But like, I guess she decided to step her dress game up a little bit, even though it's kind of, I don't know, she's switching up her brand a little bit. She trying to show a little bit more sex appeal because she want a man. You know, she been single for so long, yo. Like and then she might have been hitting the gym a little bit, which she all face on that. I mean, she all body on that. So, Pearl ain't the cutest in the face, but whoever likes it likes it. Whoever likes it likes it. And I like that, and I love that for you. All right, y'all. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Right? Looks like my camera's tripping. My bad. Oops. Okay, so y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation in the comment section. Like, I feel like Brittany gets into it with everybody she comes across who she just does not see eye to eye with. Like, and then the ones who kind of back her up and kind of like that, support. Look, their network, okay, 2.8K subscribers. Man, yeah, I subscribe, by the way, so y'all know. Anyways, I want to see what so they got some content out. And with Brittany Renner being one of the people speaking, I have no doubt that this channel is going to do pretty well. They got 21 videos in, and they already around a couple thousand. And I think they could do better, to be honest. I really think that it could do better. Because based on who they have on here. I mean, you got Pearl and you got Brittany Renner on here, right? And I'm curious if they are on every episode together. Because, if they're not, then that's a good thing. Because I don't think that they would get along very well. And so that's my thing.
If you're gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna do the show. Like you don't have to. You don't have to scream at me. That's so disrespectful. I'm not here to get. If you're gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna do the show. Like you don't have to. You don't have to scream at me. That's so disrespectful. I'm not here to get like that's like you don't have to be rude. I don't.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany Renner.
I'm Tarika Foster Brasby.
I'm Pearl Davis.
And I'm Dylan Gonzalez, and this is the GFY Show.
We are no strangers to controversy.
And we're not afraid to speak our truth.
And we are committed to our love of culture, entertainment, and sports.
And the athletes that play them. We make our own rules, and if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Now, let's dive right in. All right, game 4. Dallas pulled it off. Dylan, what are your immediate thoughts about this?
I just have to say, for the record, everybody, that, it actually was very divine that we all showed up here in blue today. Right? Yeah. Okay, this is blue. It's just extremely dark blue, because, yes, it is chilly in here, ain't it, Pearl? Ain't it, Pearl? Street.
I didn't guess it.
Little argument. Look how fake they being. Oh, they fake as hell, y'all. Y'all the ops. Y'all, how y'all being this fake? Like, y'all really like her. Y'all don't even like her like that. Like, keep it
right. I didn't get it right. Yeah. I'm going to give this one to you.
Oh, that's why she's wearing blue today. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I think we all were rooting for them secretly. Like, come on, because a sweep just would have been embarrassing.
Okay, first of all, embarrassing. Second of all, just, again, for me, I would have been hurting my pride.
All right, so yeah, I think she's cute. I give her an 8. I give her an 8. I give her an 8. I'm just throwing something out there. Daylin Gonzalez, that's her name. She's a full-time artist, athlete, activist, basketball athlete. Okay, UNLV, women can't hoop. No, I'm just playing. You got some cold ass female basketball players out there. They just don't get views because women don't like to watch basketball, let alone hear women talk about basketball. So maybe y'all should stop talking about sports and just talk about relationship shit. You know, keep it cute, keep it fun, keep it cute, keep it whatever. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some some fingernail polish, some lip gloss, the latest Fenty line. Talk about, different positions in the way that you like, whatever you like. That'll get you blowed up real quick. hmm But sports ain't one of them. Leave it to the men to talk about the sports.
Because Pearl's not gonna let me.
Women that they sprinkle in there from time to time. You got to be attractive, right? And then they'll give their opinion here and there, but you don't really hear what they're saying on ESPN. They just there for the look, right? You don't really hear what their opinion is because who cares? No, I'm talking shit, but yeah, they shouldn't talk about sports, even though she might be an athlete. Talk about exercise and talk about things that women care about because women don't care about sports. And this channel, from the panel and from the people that you're bringing on, y'all talking about female shit. Y'all ain't talking about man shit. You got Pearl on. Pearl's gonna talk heavy into some man shit, like letting y'all know what men like, dislike, whatever. But the rest of them ain't gonna be on that type of time because it's just not how they cut. So this is a female channel. Why y'all talking about sports and females don't like sports, yo? Not all of them. Majority of them. Okay, it's percentage based. Don't try to argue with me in the comment section below. It's percentage based. Okay, there you go. And if you like, as a female, you like sports, you're part of the lower percentage of the females who like sports, and you know it to be true. So let's cut the shit.
Live it down. And then again, I'm so excited just to continue to see how they're gonna keep stepping it up and straight up, like the defense. Yeah.
So yeah, y'all go check them out.
Okay, somebody.
BYG Network. Go check them out. Listen, I got a few things coming up here. We got some live streams coming up. I believe on the 21st, 14th. The 14th, we're gonna be having females against feminists, or women against feminists. We're gonna have her come on and talk about her viewpoints, how she got started, things like that, her YouTube journey. She's been really crushing it, man. She's been dropping so many different videos to really help educate the community on feminism, things like that. And this is another thing that I would love to bring to this platform and bring to some of my viewers, is to educate them a little bit more, shed a little bit of light on feminism and how it can be systematically destructive for our communities, right? Because mostly the women who are grabbing onto this ideology and mindset, man, listen, there's a lot of Caucasian women or European women who are gripping onto this thing heavy and pushing it. It started with them in their community a little bit, but also the melanated or black women are really, really swinging on this thing heavy too. It might not be as heavy as the Caucasian or European women, but they still are gung-ho for this thing. So we got to really shed some light on here. And as you already know, that light creates understanding. Understanding creates love. Love creates patience. And patience, well, it creates some unity. So let's get unified in the spirit, y'all. You know who that is. It's Malcolm X. And I appreciate y'all joining me today, man. Let me know what your thoughts is in the comment section below. Like, how you feel about Brittany Renner and the combination of these two queens together? Do you feel like Pearl should have put up a better fight? Like, I really want to know. Like, she talks a lot of shit online, but when in the hot seat and when somebody stepped into her, it seemed like that she just kind of folded like a wet noodle like that. And I mean, she handled it very maturely. She didn't argue with her and things like that, which I can respect that. You know what I mean? But I also think that it's okay to throw a couple jabs. You feel me? Like, it's all right. Fight. You know what I mean? Fight fair. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Warsheep, and we're out. Peace and shalom.